One more little point here. So someone asked, if it doesn't come out soon, they can keep it. Gonna run my Elite Plus till it dies and then decide if I want to buy Fanatec again. Since the blog post over 3 months ago, they only comment on what Sony needs to approve, the base, only. And that was on the way. But don't give us any information or timeline or anything else. Ridiculous. What does Fanatec have to say? Buy the Pro package then. Your comment is a bit of a Karen cry that you don't get what you want. What should the owners for the DD1 F1 then? That they could never have bought these bases without the wheel? With a laughing emoji face, laughing at this guy asking a serious question. Sony paid for the development of the CSL DDPS, so they dictate the if and when, and Sony is a headache to deal with when it comes to commercial rights. No, the development of the CSL DD had nothing to do with anything mechanical in the box. It was only the chip, only the chip, only the chip, only the chip. The drama comments, they can keep it. Or I will then decide blah, blah, blah is not helping or not pushing anyone. It is what it is and whenever it will be. Simple as that. That is Fanatec's comment to someone with a legitimate question. Sony has the only say when this is approved for sale. It's not up to Fanatec in any way, shape, or form. Wow. Do you know how this approval differs from the GT DD Pro bundle already in production? Seems as easy as removing one item from a bundle to purchase separately, but I'm sure it's more complicated than that. Yeah. Wow. I'm waiting patiently for just the GT DD Pro wheelbase only. Why? Because everyone owns wheels already. We don't want to have to buy another wheel, especially not the cheap piece of shit they're offering with the DD Pro. Last time I had a Fanatec product was 2009 through 2013. The Porsche Turbo Bundle with Club Sport V1 pedals, which was compatible with PC, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3. I only had an Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 at the time. In late 2013, I upgraded to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, but found out the Porsche Turbo S is not compatible with them. I've not sim raced since 2013 due to not wanting, scared to invest in another setup to not be compatible with newer generation consoles. Which is why I have a brand new CSL Elite box sitting in my bedroom in the Fanatec box that is quadrupled in value from what I paid for it, because people are starting to understand this is a downhill move. This is not improving in any way. This is getting worse. And the product they came out with, the DD Pro, is a turd. Everything that I see in that wheel is against engineering principle. Now, if you want to make money and make everything as cheap as possible and as shitty as possible and have screws being mounted into plastic and crap like that, well, okay, you're going to make more money. I'll guarantee you within the next 3 years, 50% of those DD Pro wheels will be trash. The shafts will be bent, the bearings will be broken, will be worn out, and you'll get a wobble, and when you turn your wheel, it's going to go like this. Wow. Why should I buy the package when, see, I'm in the same position. Why should I buy the package when I already have the V3 pedals with BPK and a V2 LE 2020 wheel? I don't need the extras, nor do I want to sell the extras off. They told with the introduction of the GT DD Pro that the base only is on the way and just awaitment final approval. Fine. Something like that should not take 3 months. I asked nicely in the blog post about the timeline a while ago, and they stay silent. It is hard to keep us informed about the timeline. This base only is expected, Question mark. The base is the same in the package as it will be as a base only. What is the holdup? We're already way later than the PlayStation package compared to other platforms. Yeah, like Xbox. And with the ACC's big PS5 update coming these days, they would do themselves also a favor to make the base only available now. But we don't know when the final decide when it comes. 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, half a year, who knows? Just begging for the base only. It is not working either, so what now? It has nothing to do with being a Karen cry. Oh, when I put 100 plus hours in the new game with the old base, the need for the new one will diminish every hour played. If they don't want to sell new stuff, that is all right. I will spend it on something else. But it would be nice if we had at least a timeline. Otherwise, they better would have said there might be a base only in the future, but no intel on if and when. First, they get your hopes up, then they leave you hanging with no information whatsoever. Why did they reply, it's at the top of this thread, no new news, still pending, final approval of Sony? See, people are like, okay, yeah. And they called the guy a fucking Karen because he asked a legitimate question. Is that how a company should comport itself when they're selling sim gear? I doubt it. Are they not aware of how many millions of people are playing Gran Turismo? Wow. You see, they want to sell you that shitty fucking pack of pedals, the shitty ass wheel. They make a ton of money on all these other things. They want you to upgrade from a 5 Newton meter that everyone is telling me is not 5 Newton meters. My order is in, as rumors, $599 with 8 Newton meter power supply. So it's $600. Gran Turismo DD wheelbase. Current price, $599.95. Pre-order. Availability date, May 27, 2022. So their blogs are literally full of everything I talk about. And then they tell some guy, oh, you're just a fucking Karen, shut up. You know, there's a difference between having compatibility and then having a relationship with the company. And then they give away, how much is the Fanatec CSL Elite? The Fanatec CSL Elite is the best $600 racing wheel money can buy. That was August 5th, 2020. I can tell you, this wheel right here is an awesome wheel. That wheel is awesome. Notice PlayStation, everything has PlayStation logos on it. You know what I mean? Nope, not going to get it. Yeah, see, and this was a good setup. This was almost like the V2 setup. These were good pedals. You see, there's all 3 of them is there. That's the CSL Elite box. That was the best setup you could buy, period. There isn't anything better for Gran Turismo than the CSL Elite. I'm sorry. I've been doing this since the very first lap-held steering wheels came out. I've been playing Gran Turismo since the very first day it came out. Okay? I've been a gamer for 45 years. All the way back to when games were just words, even before 8-bit video games, where the racing game was your car sat still and went like this as objects came out of the top of the screen. It was simply a dodge game like Aliens. It wasn't a simulator racing game. Look how far we've come. Have the companies come along with that? No. No. Where's the American entrepreneur? Where are you? Where is the American entrepreneur? You guys want to go out and spend $1 billion on fucking Bitcoin? And here's a business right here screaming out as loud as it can, okay? This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. And no one's picking it up. If I was a billionaire, I'd be calling Sony and go, well, we need another competitor in the market that's going to produce something compatible with the CSL Elite. We're going to allow people to buy it at Amazon. We're going to allow people to do returns. We're not going to be bitchy about customer service. We're not going to send you broken products. We're not going to say we take credit cards and then deny your credit card over and over and over again. Somebody that's just going to do business in a reasonable manner and then produce a line of products where you have an opportunity for someone to buy 5 different levels of product. Now, if you buy the lowest level of product and it functions and it works well and it doesn't break and is designed well, that person will eventually move up. All of these people there, they all moved up. I talked about they went from what they had to a DD Pro, but they found out, well, I can't just buy the box. You want me to buy all this cheap shit when I already have Fanatec set up? It's obvious. I just told you. I've got the expensive pedals, the shifter, the handbrake. I've got all this shit. Why can't I just buy the box? Well, because they wouldn't make as much money. Why is it a 5 Newton meter and an 8 Newton meter power source? Because it's a scam. Yeah. Does Fanatec still make the CSL Elite? No, it would. They stopped producing that rather quickly, and I want to tell you why. It was because of Sony. CSL DD non-compatibility with PS5, Fanatec forum. No, it's completely adaptable. I don't understand what that one is. There won't be... Oh, that's kind of weird. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. Out of recent luck, got my hands on a PS5 with GT7, only to find out my wheelbase isn't usable on PS5. So either I play with controller while sitting next to my setup like a sad blob. Bro, I'm so sorry, Leon. Or I buy on a technical level, same wheelbase I already have, just to be able to play GT7. Or I go ahead and I buy a third-party product called Drive Hub, which costs too much for it not working 100% all the time properly. Wow. To be brutally honest, it really bothers the hell out of me, and I won't buy one of those plastic bombers called Logitech or Thrustmaster wheels, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm with you there. But I can tell you that a Thrustmaster GT or the GT or the RS, those are all decent wheels. They're all decent wheels and they're priced accordingly. Okay, they're not gonna hit you up for $1,000 to get a set that works okay. I will say that Thrustmaster and Logitech have gone down in quality and functionality and look and feel and texture and all those things over the last 5 years. But they do work. Maurice Beauchamp, member. Buy the GT DD Pro or buy the Drive Hub. That's your only options. There won't be an adapter from Fanatec to make not licensed PS bases PS compatible. That would void the contract with Sony. And it was clear from day one that the CSL DD is not and never will be PS compatible. So you knew that before you bought it. Ouch. Ouch. That has to be old. Then just release a licensed adapter for it. Let them earn some with it too. Let them earn some with it too. And all is good. Let it cost 300 euros to be licensed? No. Wow, that's so bad. It's not that Fanatec does not do as you requested. Sony is who you need to ask why they do not allow. Send Sony an email. No, listen, it is not fucking Sony. Sony wants to take care of its customers, and they don't want this box, this unit, this unofficial piece of shit to be associated with Gran Turismo 7. That was the whole problem in a nutshell. It's compatible. That's it. It is compatible. Okay? Simple as that. It's compatible. There's no other, not officially anything. And that's why there's no PlayStation anything on their site other than old inventory. So why? Where's the American entrepreneur? Please tell me, where are you? Where are you? Where, please? I'm telling you, there is a market for this in the United States, made in the United States, sold in the United States, okay, maintained in the United States, with contacts in the United States. That's what we need. Just for Fanatec's absolute horrible customer service, a new company could put them out of business if they just treated customers right. Put Fanatec out of business tomorrow. You can get a license from Sony. It's not impossible. Fanatec has just fucked over customers so many times. Their customer service has screwed over Sony customers so many times. They have they've basically intimated that it's Sony compatible when or Sony ready, PlayStation ready when it's not. It's just compatible. Okay, it will work, but you're not going to have PlayStation buttons on it. They'll all be black. Nothing could be more obvious that there's a problem going on, and I can't find it. I cannot find it. I've looked. I cannot find it. I don't know if they're scrubbing. I don't know. Usually, if I dig for an hour or two, I can get some information out, even going obscure roundabout ways, but I can't with this one. I don't know what's going on. Does anyone else understand what happened? Why everything has gone the way it has? Why you can't simply buy PlayStation buttons? I mean, you sold units with PlayStation buttons. If you need to replace it, it can't be replaced. You don't have a replacement product. There's no time limit where, okay, well, you can buy these buttons to replace your buttons for this long, and then you can't no longer sell you button caps. I don't understand it. Something horrible went wrong between Endor LLC and Sony.
You're
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby.
What's up?
I just checking on you.
Oh, I'm still fairly miserable, but I'm much better.
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Love you.
Yeah, I had to double up on all my medications this morning to keep me from, I mean, I literally sit in bed and shake like that. I'm so stupid, man. I looked over and I could swear that the container was empty. When you do something for decades, you think, oh yeah, I took them. No, that was last week or another day where you have this absolute memory you took your medication. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I really would just like to know the story of what happened. I would also like to know why there is no American entrepreneur out there that is looking at this as an opportunity. I don't understand that. I really don't. Even NASCAR fans were trying to buy it. And you see, the problem is listen, when they have to take your money in 30 seconds, that's because they need that money for the next build. So they're robbing Peter to pay Paul like this constantly, okay? That's why they won't take your credit card. That's why they're not available at Amazon. That's why you can't buy them at any brick and mortar store. That's why everything has gone sideways there. It's just either shitty management. What? The guy can't get bank loans because he's what? Unloanable? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and it's impossible for me. Nothing makes sense.